ideas and an Oreo cookie. It's a bright idea to dunk it or to crunch it or not.
Hello everyone, welcome to Talking Cookies. This episode is very special because the Bellmore-Merrick district has multiple programs that are offered in each school across the district. Today I'm here with Jay Pino, who is a member of the On Tour Calhoun drama program. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good myself. Are you doing well too?
I'm doing well. So, On Tour, that is the program that is at Calhoun. Can you tell me a little bit about what On Tour is, how you get into it, and what your role is?
Of course. So On Tour is a audition-based, student-run theater company that is out of Calhoun, where we put on over 10 productions a year, including 4 major shows and improv nights and other performances around the community. I'm the president of On Tour, so I'm mostly in charge of communicating between the director to the students and to the boosters, mostly just the messenger between everybody and making sure there's weekly schedules so everybody knows what's happening, where it's happening, everything like that.
That's awesome. So you guys do different productions. You guys do plays and musicals. Tell me a little bit how that schedule runs throughout the year.
Yeah, so we actually just closed our first Shakespeare this year, our only Shakespeare this year.
Congratulations.
Of course. We just had A Midsummer Night's Dream that just closed. Very successful run. I'm so proud of all the casting crew. We have we have 2 musicals this year actually, which is unusual, but our first musical, Pins and Needles, is in January, and then we have Carnival, which is our second musical, in March, and then our last show of the year is Skin of Our Teeth, which is in May.
That's wonderful. So I have spoken to you before. You guys compete as well. Tell me a little bit about what it's like to compete for On Tour, and what does that exactly entail when you're competing for drama?
So we had, this last Friday, we went to Hofstra University for their Shakespeare Festival, which has 3 parts to it. It has a scene competition, a set design competition, and a costume design competition. We did one of our scenes from Midsummer Night's Dream, which one of the actors in it won Best Actor, along with me winning Best Set Design and one of my friends winning Best Costume Design.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
But it's very nice to get to go, and then we get feedback from the professors there and the people that are in the drama program there. So it's nice to hear feedback from them to know how we can improve.
That's awesome. What is probably one of your favorite things about On Tour? What is something that as a student you have gone to really see and admire about the program that you're in?
I love that I've met so many of my closest friends through this program. Some of my closest friends that are juniors and sophomores that I never would have gotten to meet if it wasn't for On Tour, that through the late nights of tech nights and the early tech days, we've just come so close to each other that it's like an unbreakable bond.
That's wonderful. And what would you say, what is some advice you would give to somebody who would, consider joining On Tour?
Just audition. It's not, you fill out a form that's on the BMCHSD website. You come into Calhoun, you memorize a monologue, and you do a little interview with me and the director, or the president at the time, the director, and another officer, and just try out. You can't get any worse than that. It's very easy.
Exactly. I feel like you can take the shot and you can go flying with whatever you choose to do. Thank you so much, Jay, for coming in and being here with us at Talking Cookies. We are tossing it over to Temidire and Grace Ham at the Champ Kitchen at Kennedy High School. Yeah.
It's doing something, guys. For sure we do. Well, hello guys, I'm Temidire Oladeji, and here you are.
I'm Grace, I'm the president of Champ.
Yeah, and while we aren't at the Champ kitchen, we're here with Grace. And so, Grace, well, how did you get into cooking?
So I first got into cooking with my family, really. So I'd cook a lot with like my mom and my brothers and my sister because they're all older than me. So that was the start of my cooking journey, honestly.
And what's your favorite thing that you've ever made?
Favorite thing I've made in general, probably. I've learned how to make really good scrambled eggs. That one's really good. But like in Champ, we make like homemade pasta.
Ooh.
That was really good. We tried asabuco. We did that. That was a lot of fun. Like that kind of thing. Yeah.
So, are there any tips that you learned from that you now use often when you cook at home, maybe to show your family?
Right. So like the most important thing that I've learned from Champ is like more of the science aspect of it, because in your sophomore year you take baking and pastry, right? And in baking and pastry you learn how food can truly be a science, right? So how you measure out everything matters, the temperature that you use it, and the form in which you use it, if that makes sense.
I guess that does make sense. So right now we're finishing up shaping and we're gonna put in the oven. Okay, so we're back and we're actually icing the cookies now. I never asked you, why did you join Champ?
So I joined Champ because my older brother was actually in the program when it first started, and he recommended it beyond any means. He said it was his most favorite part of high school, and I would agree with him on that.
Well, now say if you were to start join the culinary world, what would be your restaurant name, or would you even want to start your own restaurant, or would you want to work under someone?
So restaurant, I've worked in different kitchens before, and it is a very enriching experience. You totally learn more about teamwork and leadership and time management for sure. But I would, instead of going into a restaurant, I'd want to go more into the hotel business.
Ooh.
Because you still learn about that aspect to hospitality in the culinary hospitality and management program in Kennedy.
Well, that's great. Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
Welcome back. As we took a tour around the Bellmore-Merrick community, I'm here in Mepham with Skull and Bones member Claire Arnoff. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So I heard that there is a play coming into town this fall.
It is. It's called Middletown.
Can you tell me a little bit about Middletown?
So Middletown doesn't take place anywhere specific. It's just your average town filled with many histories and stuff and there's many people in this town, and although the people seem small, they each have a story, and it starts by these two characters, Miss Swanson and John Dodge, as you follow their different paths as they overcome life and difficulties and stuff like that.
Oh, wow. So what is your role in Middletown this year?
So I'm Miss Swanson. She's one of the leads in Middletown, and she's in her 30s, and she basically wants to start a family.
So what goes into playing Miss Swanson?
Well, it's a lot of finding the beats, finding where to pause, but a lot of her interactions are very awkward, and she has a lot of positivity too, so I have to find a good balance between those.
That sounds like it's going to be a lot of work, and the fact that you have to go immerse yourself into this character, that is a challenge in itself. So I know that you're part of crew. Can you tell me what it's like to balance costume and being Miss Swanson in Middletown?
We got most of the hard stuff down. All we had to do is make a slideshow where it shows the outfits, and the crew head, Emma Gallagher, she's really talented, and she's really good at making costume crew come together, and I just basically help out with that, and I perform the play on rehearsals, and at home I work to make costume crew happen.
Oh, wow. That sounds like there's a lot of responsibilities that you have to take on. So what are some things that the audience should expect when they come to watch Middletown?
They should expect a play that has a lot of jokes that are hidden in there, but a lot of seriousness that the story follows along. It's a good balance between those two, and it basically takes you through a journey of life, a journey of the different aspects of life, and it's really beautiful when you think about it.
That's so wonderful. So, as you're going through the plays, you're a junior now. What are some other roles that you've taken on in Skull and Bones, whether it be in the plays or the musicals, that are different compared to Middletown? Because I know last year you guys did you did Puffs, and then the year before that you did Shakespeare. What are some of the differences that are in Middletown compared to the other plays and the roles that you've taken on in those plays?
Well, the other plays have much of a younger, like, ranged cast. Like, it's the same high schoolers, but now we have to portray 30 to 40-year-old people, middle-aged. And then in the other plays, it was mostly younger people. So we have to keep that in mind when portraying our characters during these plays.
That sounds like it's gonna be something different, but I think it's gonna be wonderful. And
Thank you.
a lot of the people in Skull and Bones, if not all of the people in Skull and Bones, are so talented.
They are.
So I wish you guys the best.
Thank
Break a
you.
leg. And tell me, when is the show?
The show is on November 15th and 16th. Tickets will be coming out shortly, and you could buy yours in advance if you would like, or you could buy it the day of the show.
So you guys heard that here first. Break a leg to
Thank
Skull and
you.
Bones, and I hope you guys have a wonderful play.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
Of course.
I've been Brianna Goodman alongside Claire Arnoff, who's in our play coming up, Middletown. Make sure to check it out and make sure to be there.